Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your day, 10x your life, and all of us 10x Springfield. Hey, you are listening to the Elevate Springfield podcast. Robert Ferriell here, certified 10x coach, speaker, and mentor, here to bring you actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we're going to elevate Springfield. Well, we are coming to you from the Big Dog Construction Studio in beautiful downtown Springfield. You are listening to Separation Saturdays on Elevate Springfield, where you can separate yourself from the competition every Saturday morning. Now, we are every day with Elevate Springfield now, so you can start your morning every morning with a new drop from Elevate Springfield, and we are looking forward to having you, and we are thankful that you chose to listen to us. We're going to get started after the break. Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing experts serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing. All right, and we are back. Welcome into Separation Saturday. Hey, it's been another great week on Elevate Springfield. If you recall, we're on a daily drop schedule, so you can start each and every morning with a new drop from Elevate Springfield. So on Sunday this week, we started with your weekly battle plans, where you learn all about how to create and control time, because we know if you're not controlling your time, if you are not in control, somebody else is going to control that for you. So strategies to help control that time, ways to create time, and then how to fill out that daily battle plan and turn it into a weekly battle plan as well. One of the events we mentioned this week to put on your battle plan was that chamber event on Thursday evening over at UIS. Hopefully you guys were able to check that out. We've got a number of great events coming up in the coming weeks and months that we'll be bringing to you on those Sunday episodes. So make sure you are controlling your time. Make sure you're filling out those daily battle plans to keep you on track, because if you have a battle plan and you are controlling your time, you are much more likely to reach those massive 10x targets that you set for yourself. Then on Monday, we had our interview with Brian Riley from Cured Catering and Arlington's. Phenomenal talk with him, how they started the business and how they've grown it to what it is today. A lot of talk about people, about growing their people, about having a phenomenal client experience, about making each and every customer experience unique, and how they have built their brand over the years. Definitely looking forward to some of the new things they are bringing to downtown Springfield with their location there at Arlington's. They've got some great events coming up. They're bringing live music back to downtown Springfield up on their stage in the second floor of Arlington's. They've got also some daily service that they're doing as well. Just a lot of great things at that new location that they're able to pursue now right here in downtown. So looking forward to having more of that here. Then on Tuesday, we had another edition of Next Gen with Ellie. If you recall, she is my daughter. She's doing a phenomenal job these first couple of weeks with her own segment. This particular segment, we talked about trust and independence, particularly trust and independence between teens and their parents, because that's always a balancing act, I guess, with the parents wanting to make sure that they are doing everything they can to ensure safety, and then the teens wanting to be able to have a little more of that independence as they've gotten older. So check that one out if you haven't already. Then on Wednesday, we had our Communities Grow Together segment. We had two folks in with us that day. We had Jeff Dillman from Family Service Center and Sean Miller from AmVets. They've got a great fundraiser coming up on the 23rd, a chicken dinner. Hopefully you guys are able to stop by and help them out. The money raised at that event will go 50-50 to each organization. A couple of organizations that are doing phenomenal work. So let's go out and make sure that event is a success. Then on Thursday, we had Jack Richards from friend of the show, Sangamon Tree Service. Also had Chad Fowler, owner of Sangamon Tree Service, pop in on the last part of that episode as well. Jack is a testament to great work ethic, persistence, consistency, growth mindset, just a phenomenal employee that's grown to be the operations manager at a large company, Sangamon Tree Service. Not too many folks at 23 years old can say that they are operations manager at such a large company. So kudos to him for all his hard work, and kudos to Sangamon Tree Service for growing and scaling the way they have, and all the incredible work they are doing in the community. So for him and for Brian, we talked a lot about, teams, mentoring, growing people. Jack talked about how he had two phenomenal mentors, one being his father and the other one being Chad there at Sangamon Tree Service, and how important that is. And mentorship within a company is also really important on developing or finding and recruiting top talent. We're going to talk about that here in just a moment on the training side of things. Then on Friday, we had Kylie Melvin back in from the Primitive Prairie. She spoke at a homesteading conference here recently, so she gave us the recap of what they learned that day and what she discussed in her presentation, and also all the really amazing things that they're doing out of that group to help people become more self-sufficient. When we're talking about health and wellness in general, we've talked about it before, how there's an effort to go back to the basics. And when it comes to homesteading, that's what they're doing there, self-sufficiency and going back to the basics. So check out that episode with Kylie on what she learned there and how we can implement that into our lives with that health and wellness side as well. So a great full week of phenomenal guests. Thank you to everybody who came by and talked with me this week. So it is Separation Saturday, and you are separating yourself by being here with me today. While others are hanging out, relaxing, stopping the grind on this Saturday, you are still showing up, putting in the extra hours, putting in the extra reps to help you grow and reach those targets. So hey, today, quick training on recruiting a 10X team. We were talking with Jack and Brian, to the two primary interviews this week on Monday and Thursday, and they had a lot to say about growing their team, driving that into the culture, making sure everybody knows exactly what they're supposed to be doing for their clients, knowing exactly what needs to be done to create a phenomenal client experience. So how do you get people like that on your team? How do you find these folks? How do you find high performers that want to grow like that and can make a huge impact on your company and ultimately your clients and customers? So there's a few things we talk about when in 10X when we're talking about recruiting a 10X team. First of which being, recruiting is a sales and marketing job. You got to be out there promoting it. We're going to talk more about that in a little more detail in just a moment. Number two, recruiting must be a priority. This has to be something that's on that battle plan, on that schedule, right? If it's not scheduled, it's not important. So let's get it on there, make it a priority. And you must be proactive. The worst time to be recruiting is when you are in desperate need of people. You should always be recruiting. You should always be trying to find top performers. You should always be on the lookout for people that can make an impact in your business. So stay proactive. Then think about this split. Hire 30%, retain 70%, right? So grow your people, hire 30%, retain 70%. And remember that people don't cost money. If you're set up properly, people are making you money. That's the way we scale. That's the way we grow. And turnover is the only way to really find great people. A lot of people are afraid of turnover. They think they won't be able to fill their positions, or they think they've done something wrong. Quite frankly, turnover is the only way to find great people. The people that aren't cutting it, the people that aren't reaching targets, the people that aren't fitting with the culture need to be gone. So you have room for the folks that are aligned with your culture, that are meeting targets, that are passionate about the company, that are purpose-driven, that understand the why, the mission, the vision, the core values, the whole thing. So you can't be afraid of turnover. Be okay with the turnover. And then your established processes are an asset. High achievers, exceptional employees want to know that the processes you have in place work, right? Use them as an asset. If everything's sporadic, nothing's really put in place, nothing's set in stone, there are no processes, everything's just kind of loose, high performers want processes. So that first one I mentioned, recruiting being a sales and marketing job. How are you promoting your jobs right now? A lot of times companies are just out there, hey, they put it on LinkedIn, they'll put it on Indeed or wherever, and they just promote that opportunity. Yes, you need to do that. That's number one on there. Promote the opportunity. Get it out there. But there's a lot of other things you need to promote as well to ensure that that pipeline of people coming to you remains full. So number two, promote team successes. Put it out there. Show what your team is doing. Show the success they're having. High achievers want to see the successes. With the same thing, promote the customer successes. The best people out there want to know that the team is succeeding, but also that the company is succeeding for their customers or their clients. Promote the training. High impact people, high achievers want to know that they're going to have the proper training so they can succeed. They want to know that the training protocols are in place to where they can go in, learn everything they need to learn, going to have everything they need to be able to succeed and achieve at a high level. Same thing with the support. Promote the support. Those two go hand in hand, training and support. People want to know that they're going to have everything they need to be able to be successful, to be able to reach their potential and beyond. And promote the culture. We've talked about 10X culture before, and we're going to talk about it again a little bit next week, but promote your culture. People want to know your why. People want to know your mission, vision, core values. They want to know what it's like working for you. They want to know what the vibe is. They want to know, how you handle penalties and how you handle rewards. Promote the culture. And then promote the career path. People that are great want to know how they can grow, want to know what their path is past the current position that they're applying for, or the current position that they're in. And then all these things, spend a little time every single day on recruiting. Add it to that battle plan. You want to treat this similar to the way you treat your customers and clients. You want to have an overflowing pipeline of customers and clients, right? You want to have an overflowing pipeline of potential employees to high achieving employees. So always be recruiting day in and day out, whether you're actually hiring or not. Because even if you're not hiring a bunch of people right now, when you say you're hiring out there, it shows growth. It shows people out there that, hey, we've got things going on, and they're going to be attracted to that. So add it to the battle plan. Spend some time every single day recruiting. Fill up that pipeline of employees just like you want to fill up the pipeline of customers and clients. So what are some general traits of some of these great 10X employees that you're looking for? Some of these things, don't overthink it. You want people that have a success attitude. You want people that want to win, that expect success. You want people that are consistent. We talk a lot on the show about consistency and discipline and how powerful that is. You want people to have that. Personal accountability. People make mistakes, but you want to make sure that they take accountability for that and they can remedy those mistakes. And you want to make sure that they hold themselves accountable. That's where that consistency part comes in. Hold themselves accountable for their goals and their habits and what they're supposed to be doing. Of course, you want somebody that follows direction and is coachable. Coachable is big because far too many times people can be a little too rigid and don't like taking any type of constructive criticism on their work habits. So being coachable is a very beneficial trait. Along the same lines as consistency, and I just mentioned it a moment ago, that disciplined high level of responsibility is huge. Because we've talked before on the show how discipline trumps motivation every single time. People will come into work sometimes super motivated and they'll be crushing it and getting so much done that they normally don't get done. But the disciplined folks, those are the ones that reach their goals and targets day in, day out, month in, month out, year in, year out. And a lot of that is due to their high level of responsibility to themselves as well as those around them. Then you want people that are passionate about continued personal development. You want people that are always striving. You want people that are always working on themselves, working on their skills to be able to continue to be a better person and employee. And then you want somebody with financial intelligence. Very key. So what are some of the things that your company is doing right now to attract candidates? How many of those things that I mentioned earlier in terms of promoting what you have, how many of those are you actually doing? Let's go through them real quick one more time. Promote the opportunity, promote the team successes, promote the customer successes, promote the training, promote the support, promote the culture, promote the career path, and spend every day, at least some time every single day, recruiting. So how many of those are you doing right now, and how many of them are you failing to do right now? And if you're failing to do some of those, how quickly can you get those into your processes so you can start promoting that stuff and start filling up that pipeline sooner rather than later? So take those things today that we talked about with recruiting a 10X team. Next week, we'll talk a little bit about culture and hiring processes to help you after you have attracted some of those folks to you, how to start hiring them and getting them through your employee maturity model. So we can talk about some of that next week. Thank you again to all the folks that visited with me over the week. Had a great time, a lot of great discussions. Thank you to Brian, to Ellie, to Jeff, Sean, to Jack, and Kylie. So much great stuff. Hey, give us a like, give us a subscribe on any of the channels you watch the podcast on. We would certainly appreciate it. If you're a business owner out there and you want a little help with some of this recruiting or anything that we've talked about, give me a shout. Go find me on any of the social channels or our Big Dog Business Coaching channels. We would love to have a discussion with you, see how we can help you implement some of these topics, some of these strategies to help you 10X your business. So give us a shout. Hopefully you can utilize these strategies in your business today. Be right back after the break.
Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job. big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at SangamonTreeService.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust.
Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody. Appreciate you making us a part of your day. Hey, don't forget, while you're out on social, check ours out. You can check my personal one out at Robert Ferriell at everywhere. Check out those Elevate Springfield pages, those Big Dog Business Coaching pages as well. Check us out over on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, give us a like or a follow on any of those channels. We would certainly appreciate it. So hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agent, is here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343.